Good day, YouTube. It is the 23rd of February, 2023. And today we're working on a Craftsman LT2000. Didn't run the numbers. This is somewhere around like a 2013, 2015 model. She's in pretty poor shape for as young as it is. But we can make it run again. So we did a previous video where we actually did get this thing running and decided the engine, which was partially disassembled, the cowl was gone, the starter was gone and stuff. I have enough parts on hand to kind of put it back together. So we drug it out and proceeded with it. So here we are. It ran pretty good, didn't run great. So I ordered a new carburetor for it. So I think today, well, let's put the new carburetor on it. Let's get this thing serviced. We'll change the spark plug, oil, filter. We'll put the cowl on, put an air filter, pre-filter and all that in. And we're going to make this engine good to go. And then we'll reevaluate the rest of the tractor. Now, you might ask yourself, why put all that time and effort into the rest of the tractor when we don't really know what we have? Well, because that engine appears to be decent. We haven't thrown any money into the rest of the tractor. If the rest of the tractor is junk or doesn't drive or whatever, I can still pull that motor out, and that's the money right there anyway. So let's get started on changing out that carburetor, and we'll go from there. Now, if you're familiar with this mower, I don't have the correct cowl. I have a cowl off, I think it's a 17.5 horse, which we, in our previous video, we changed out this inlet, which the inlet correct for this tractor comes up, makes a U-turn, comes all the way around and uses a different type of filter. We changed it to this type of inlet because that fits the cowl or the engine cover that I have. So that'll be the one thing that the next owner of this thing will have to, I just have to let them know that we're getting an air filter for it. It's completely different than the one it's supposed to have. Everything else will be the same, but the air filter will be different. No big deal. They're very common air filters. I got a ton of them on the shelf at all times. So let's get this carburetor off. All right, should only take a few tools to make this happen. We had already put new fuel lines and a new fuel filter screen on it. So should be good to go there. There's only a little bit of fuel in the fuel tank. Should be able to pop this fuel line up, raise it above the level of the fuel in the tank. And yeah, it's only been on there for a few days. Come on. Oh, and the reason we're changing the carburetor isn't because it ran bad. It did not run bad. It ran fine. Is the choke is backwards. There's a spring that is actually closing the choke. The spring should open the choke, and the linkage should shut the choke. The linkage moves away, and the choke should open up. Well, in this case, it's always closed. It's the wrong carburetor. Somebody had a bunch of wire tied to everything to evidently try to make it work. It was really a hodgepodge. And the bottom line is it just needed a correct carburetor. So anyway, we're putting the correct carburetor on it. I did check it. It is correct. We're going to prop this fuel line up so she don't leak. All right, so we need a 11 millimeter. 11 millimeter. Oh, and it was put on wrong too. It didn't have nuts on it. They used the studs to bolt the carburetor and this the air filter neck, all on with just the studs, with no nuts. So anyway, had a parts machine out there. We robbed the parts that we needed and the nuts that we needed for this. There we go. All right, now we need an 8 millimeter to take the studs off. 8 millimeter. Wow, they feel like they were just off of here the other day. which they were. Oh, let's take the electric solenoid wire off while it's still bolted on. One stud. Two studs. The delicate little spring. And look and see how the linkage is, so I know which way to move it. Okay. One down, the throttle, now the choke. Done. Okay. Off with the old. Whoops, there went my ratchet. There went my ratchet. I got so many carburetors here recently. Oh, how about grab the gaskets, huh? What'd I do with them? Oh, gaskets. Oh, there they are. Alrighty. Sorry, should have had the gasket ready. Didn't think of it. Didn't think of it. Alright, gasket will work. Now then, we got to put the linkages back together in the opposite order they came apart. Okay, we can pull this out and put it back. Might be easier. Slip it back in the slot. And then how they make that spring so small. You can barely see it. Get those started. And we'll slip the old gasket on the studs. Find the little holes. Bottom, that's enough. That's enough. Bottom, that's enough. The wind is blowing. The dog do not like the wind. Be quiet, sweetie. Okay, be quiet, I say. Shh. Okay, now the choke is open. That's great. Okay, little O-ring. We got the little crankcase vent that connects here. Come on. And then we'll put the nuts back on. So we did that in real time. We didn't stop the video or edit it. 8mm takes the studs out. 11mm puts the nuts on and off. Click. Click. We need to check the choke, make sure it opens smoothly. It does. Okay. Click. Click. We are good to go. Let's put our fuel line back on. These are the best pliers for these squeeze clamps ever. Right. Now then, let's see about getting a drain pan under this thing somewhere. Well, let's get that oil out of there. It actually doesn't look too bad, but you know, we don't know what's in it, so let's get it draining. All right, I sort of got a drain pan underneath there. The last one I did just like this made a mess in that the oil runs right on top of the engine plate, and the last one made its way under the plate down through where the crank goes through on top of the pulley, and when I fired it up, the oil on the pulley went everywhere. What a mess it was. So I stuffed a paper towel in this one to try and improve that situation. Let's see if we can get in here and bust the old plug loose. Thing to do would be to extend that out with a pipe nipple and a cap, or better yet, like a valve. If I was keeping it, I would. Oh boy, she's a little tight. Wow. I don't know how somebody got a pipe wrench in there to get it that tight, but we're gonna have to persuade it to come loose. I win. Please don't make a mess. Oop, it went by my dam. Darn you. It went behind my dam. I'm making a new dam. There. Not perfect, but it's better. I'd pull that and give it some air, but I don't need it coming out any faster than it already is. All right, let's let that drain for a little bit. I'm gonna go find an oil filter. All right, stick that drain plug back in it. Where's the wrench at, Autumn Bear? Here it is. You could just learn to hand them to me when I need them. Alright, that'll absorb some oil. Let's grab the filter off. Okay, I hope I have the right oil filter because I've done a few of these here recently. I'm running out of options. Oh boy. There we go. Just using a cardboard box to catch this. Yeah. Sorry, I gotta dump this out. I'm gonna dump it in the garbage can. Empty filter. Clean this off. Oh yeah. Hope this fits. Oh yeah. Alright, so let's put some oil in it, I guess. Okay. You ask 100 different people what kind of oil to use, you'll get 87 different answers and 13 duplications. I think most of us can agree, use 1030. Beyond that, quality oil. Beyond that, it's up to you. I can't remember how much this holds. Quart and a half, I'm thinking. So we'll take it in baby steps. Let me check at a time or two. Well, that wasn't nearly enough. All right. Try that. See how we did. That's pretty good. It's right to the line. But remember, the filter's probably not full till the engine starts, so we'll check this after we run it. Okay. I was trying not to get my cap dirty because I spent like 10 minutes cleaning that. It bugged me when they're dirty. Alright, let's get the spark plug out. Spark plug wrench. New view. This didn't have a boot on it either. I put one on yesterday. What do we got? It doesn't look bad. Where you at? There you are. Except it's a Denso. We ain't using one. We ain't using this one. 2 points. Bottom right in the garbage can. We're using an NGK. Most of these take this BPR 5ES. And yeah, we keep these on the shelf. Don't we, Adam Bear? Whoop, missed that. Gap to 30 thousandths. Oh, this has a, it's a bigger diameter. It was a 5/8 socket to get it out. Probably 3/4 to put it back. Well, let's take a 13/16 to put it back. Plug's probably available in different sizes. There's plenty of room in this head for 13/16. Let's have a crush washer on them. No reason to get crazy tight. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see about. We can set the cowl on it. I can't bolt it down. I haven't rounded up the bolts yet. But we can get the filter and such on it. Okay, here goes the cowl. I'll set this on. We'll put the filter in tomorrow. I'm gonna have to deal with the bolts. And I'll work on that metal shroud piece right there tomorrow. We'll put this on for now, kind of finish it up. See that little guy's got to come through right there. Okay, again, this is gonna flap for now. I'll fix it tomorrow. And we can put the filter in. Autumn, where did we put the filter? It's over here. It's over here, Dodd. She likes to come help. All right. So first put the pre-filter in. Okay. And then the air filter in. Put the cover back on. Spring loaded. All right. I don't have the wiring sorted, but we want to fire it up. So let me get enough connected to where we can start it. Hey, it's trying to snow again. Before I forget, we got to plug in the fuel solenoid again. Okay, I forgot to tell you. So hard to see it too. What direction it goes. Hi, Adam. Are you going to help me? Yeah. Get some kisses. Anyway, let me grab that real quick. Done. All right, I have put a hot wire to the fuel solenoid. I haven't tried to turn it over. I'm going to jump straight to the starter so we know it will crank. And then to kill it, I'll need to ground out the coil. And I've stripped the wire so that I can find a ground and ground it out. Let's do this. Shall we fire in a hole? Fire in the hole. Okay, we are on choke. Here we go. Well, guys, this went from an engine that I wrote off. I was pretty sure this was going to be junk. In fact, I was positive it was going to be junk. I was very disappointed that I bought this in that condition. But hey, we had a few parts out in the shed, and we were able to put it back together. It runs. It not only runs, it runs good. Next video will be sorting out the rest of this mower, see if it drives, see if the deck turns, see what else it might need. I think the tires are okay, the seat's kind of okay, the body's kind of okay. It needs a pressure washing and cleanup. I wish that I got to that, but I didn't. It is what it is. So, a few little things to finish up on it tomorrow. I'll fix that sheet metal piece and get it fitted properly. Find some bolts to bolt that cowl back on. But other than that, this thing is serviced and ready for action, guys and gals. Appreciate you watching the video. Autumn wants to say goodbye to everybody. Autumn Bear? Autumn? Say bye, everybody. Autumn, can you sit, please? Autumn? She's a little camera shy today, huh? Autumn Bear? Okay. We were running noisy stuff in the shop today, and I didn't appreciate that. Okay. Sorry, sweetie. Okay. Autumn says thanks, everybody, for watching the video. Thumbs up on the way out the door. We'll see you guys on the next video.